Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Mystic Mayhem. So today is Monday. Happy fresh week of the game, and I have hit level 70. This just happened yesterday on Sunday, and I know that a lot of people are still grinding their way up the levels, and there probably has also been people who hit 70 before me. But I want to have this conversation because now that we're at, sorry, now that some of us are at the end, and I do want to kind of start off by saying that I have done a little bit of spending, but when it comes to my energy spending, it hasn't been too extreme. So I think that it probably won't be for people who started within the first couple of days of global launch. I think we're probably not too far off for some, especially in the 60s, level 60s, getting their way up. And I want to talk about what there is to do, or perhaps maybe a little bit lack of, and how this might impact the game at all. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay, so we're here at level 70. I did spend my energy for the day. I actually have some in overflow. I think I might have missed a day. I had quite a bit of a busy weekend, actually, so I think I might have missed a day because I did have this all the way up to 400, which is shocking that I had that much overflow in my energy. So I might have missed a day, actually. But I hit level 70, and, we unlocked the final challenges. So 68 for the Battle Bonanza stuff. Treasure Hunt, also final ones at level 69, as you can see down here. Ruin Raid does finish early at 61, and then Fabled Finds finishes at 64. Now, for the most part, I have done, with the exception of like a couple of the, I don't know, the Memento levels, I have pretty much done everything. Also, I'm at the point in Nightfall where I actually realized I don't need to run this every day. It's only if I want to, right? Like, once I hit the score, which is very low at 15,000, right, for the highest score, I don't need to do it again. I can, like, I don't need to, because it's your rank is based on your best score. Now, obviously, I can keep trying to get a higher score, but since I'm nowhere near to be kicked out of the top 5%, I actually don't even care that much because the rank awards are within 1 to 5%, and I don't really care about flexing my EPeen here on getting like a top score. It doesn't actually bother me all that much. So I could do a little bit more, but again, the rankings aren't separated enough for me to care that much. So I don't even have to do Nightfall, right? The only reason why I would have to do Nightfall would actually be to satisfy some of the daily missions, because there is one where it says achieve victory in Nightfall, but I don't even have to do that if I do some of the other ones. So there's less to do. My game of Khonshu will reset, so I'll be honest. I am recording this. For me, it's like late Sunday night, but by the time this video goes out, it will be Monday morning North American time, and this will probably have reset. So this will give me something more to do, because I think Crimson Campaign does not come back for another week, so there's still one more week of Game of Khonshu, which I'm not a big fan of, I'll be honest. But as far as what I'm going to be doing over there, I'm not sure, right? Like, I already got the Darkhold, I bought that, so I guess probably some Dream Cores. I'm not really a big fan of Thread either, after giving him a shot, and so I don't really need his highlight, or don't really care about his highlight. And so I'll probably just buy into some Dream Cores, because that's probably the only thing that I don't have maxed out yet on my game. So as far as where I'm at, I have about 8 characters at level 70. And maybe I could bring up a few more characters, like 1 or 2 more characters, which I'm kind of just saving some resources for Mr. Fantastic and Thing when they come out. So I'll probably bring them up to 70 on Thursday when I do pull for that, because I am going to be pulling for Mr. Fantastic. If you haven't caught my video from the other day, where I talked about the kits for Mr. Fantastic and Thing, they do look pretty awesome. But it begs the question as to what do I need them for, right? And I think that's the kind of the ongoing conversation that needs to be had. So I'm at level 70 for most of my characters, and they're not all Dream Cord out, right? Like, I still have a few where I need these Dream Cord, but I do have my main characters, my main damage characters. So Storm is pretty much maxed out. Thor is maxed out. So I did Dream Core all of his abilities. Scarlet Witch, not quite. I have most of it. I have 3 out of 6 of them that are Dream Cord. Dream Queen, I think I have her ultimate, because that's kind of important there, right? So I could, that's probably the only thing I'm missing at this point, is just like some more Dream Queens to max out those abilities. But aside from that, I have, again, 8 characters to 70, which is more than enough than what I need for my standard content, which really is at this point, like, because I don't even need to do Eye of Nightfall again. I'm mostly just doing my top 3. Like, as far as what characters I need to use in reality is very low. Now they do have Infinite Mayhem, which is kind of fun. Well, it's gonna be gone by the time this video goes out, probably. And I was too lazy to get that last Shadow Key, but I did get everything else. Bifrost Brawl, you know, still clicking away here on the time. And then we have the Fantastic Four event, right, which is still going. And that's fine. You know, I'm doing my Herald Strikes Back mission, right? So, you know, I did find this fun. I thought the user interface, I thought the whole idea behind the Fantastic Four event was kind of fun. It was nice. It wasn't too overwhelming as far as what they asked us to do on a daily basis. We just kind of need to clear this once a day. Fine, just takes like a minute or two. That's not a big deal. And then we'll be waiting for the rest of the story campaign to come out for Mr. Fantastic and Thing, which will be coming out on Thursday as well. So some additional story campaigns, chapters there. And we're just chugging along, clearing some of the Herbie's logs, right? We're going to get a free unlock for Thing on, well, whenever you get to level 20, I guess, because that's going to be over here. And we're going to get some more of those highlight things. And so I like that they're doing this. I haven't decided, you know, so I did say early on I was going to buy the Battle Pass because I really wanted that skin for Moon Girl and Devil Dino. But I'm at this weird spot right now with the game where I'm just not really sure what I'm doing now anymore. Also, these circuit challenges, these mini games were pretty fun, but they're unlocking at like pretty slowly, like once every 2 days or something like that. So it's nothing crazy, but they were fun for what they were. But the biggest question is, what am I doing now, and what am I preparing for? Because I'm not exactly sure, right? You know, I don't think we need to keep, like, I don't need to level my entire roster to 70. Like, there's no point in that, right? Because we're realistically only going to be using a handful of select characters. And I'm going to be doing some other videos, you know, top free-to-play characters. I think it's about time that I do that after I've, you know, really kind of played with most of the characters at this point, and also I want to do it this week because also the time reversal, at least for people who started very early on, is going to be ending pretty soon. So basically understanding what characters are the best, especially from, you know, my channel's perspective, like from a free-to-play or a more free-to-play perspective. That's the kind of stuff that I do. But what am I going to be spending my energy on right now going forward? I'm not entirely sure, right? Since we've hit the level cap of level 70, should I be stacking Battle Bonanza stuff like gold and the training whatever what are these called? Tactic reports? You know, or what? Now, I will say the one thing that I don't have yet, and maybe I need to finish, you know what, I'm a completionist, so at this point, the one thing I'm missing, I don't have the Cosmic Cube artifact, because I keep trying to roll this in Game of Conscience, I don't get it, and then Wanda Watum. So these two are the two unique artifacts that I do not have yet, and I probably should get them. So I guess that's what you know what, let's see. I highly doubt it, but let's just use some of this energy here. Go up to 68. We'll do 3. I doubt it. I'm going to use a combat simulator because I'm lazy. I did not get it. I got some purple stuff, and I got some more of this Blaze of Truth, right? Which I can use to reroll my unique artifacts. But aside from that, like, I'm kind of aimless. And I'm wondering, for the people who may have hit 70 before me and might be watching this video, what are you doing? Because maybe I need some tips as well as to what I should be preparing for. Because I'm not entirely sure. Because as far as content goes, there isn't any endgame content. There isn't. And I'm a little bit concerned about that, actually, because Nightfall, for example, like, Nightmare was not that hard to clear. What I was kind of expecting and hoping that they did was that they had, like, level 75 difficulty, maybe even level 80 difficulty content, which was well above our current level, but something that we could punch up that would be hard, but that we could strive towards, right? Something that is not, at this point, 65 when you're level 70 is very easy. So if you haven't cleared that yet, don't worry, because like once you get around that level, I cleared it at 64, I think, 63, 64. So if you haven't got there yet, don't worry, you know, because you will within the next 10 days probably, or you will get pretty far. And so, you know, there's nothing that I'm really pushing myself to do. And that's concerning, right? In terms of my being active, being enthusiastic. That's not the right word. But just like there's no chase. There's no real chase for me right now. And to be honest, there's no real rush to level 70. And what I would say for people who have not got there yet, slow down, or don't, you know, don't refresh, don't spend gems to refresh your energy. It's not that big of a deal, because once you get there, you're going to be just like me, a little bit wondering what to do. I cleared my challenges. I quite enjoyed these, actually, but it did kind of stop at level 18 with the Man Thing at level 66. So hopefully they add on to that as well. but what is the end game push or chase, or what am I trying to get? And I'm kind of asking this to the community more broadly, because I have played quite a few gacha games, but the ones that I did play, and I played a lot of Hoyoverse games, which I know is not the same as this exactly. You know, it's a different style of game. You know, when it comes to Zenless Zone Zero or Honkai Star Rail, I played a lot of Honkai Star Rail. Like, I didn't feel like I was like completely done. Like, I feel like there was things that like I could still do or still chase, or something I didn't have yet. And I don't know if I'm really there, or I don't know if there's that in this game. The only thing that I could think of would be like to try and min-max my artifacts a little bit more, and that just comes down to me rolling the die. I got some pretty crap. Like, I got 2 rolls on defense on my Darkhold, and I think over here I got 4 rolls on HP for my Gungnir, and or however you say it. And so yeah, I could roll this, right? Let's to try and get something back. Okay, so it rolled to physical damage bonus, defense, which I don't want any of this stuff, right? So again, like, and that was only a 1 roll on energy generation, which is really unfortunate. So I would have liked to get something a little bit higher than that. But like, am I just here just getting these things, the Blaze of Truce, and getting some coins, and just is that what endgame is? Like, I don't know, because I didn't find the content very challenging, and that's something I would be curious to hear about from you guys as well. Did you find the content challenging? I did not. Like, what I mean by that is I think that you could probably use pretty much almost any character that you want to some degree, and you probably could get your way through it. Like, the content wasn't hard. It was that you could, if you wanted to choose your characters that you wanted to use in Marvel Mystic Mayhem, you know, you probably could have cleared the content. You know, maybe it wasn't perfect, maybe it was a little bit slower than some other comps, but you could do it. And so now I'm sitting wondering, they did say in the Road Ahead blog that there would be an Alliance War game mode related to PvP. And if you guys had watched my Human Torch video at all, I kind of thought that maybe this team, this Fantastic Four team, was designed more around PvP. Because they have something, actually starts in the Soul Saga, right? Enemies in the fire area receive 50% less healing. This is pretty much irrelevant in PvE. So I'm just wondering if they have something that's going to be coming sooner or later, that they're going to drop some sort of news that's going to be like, hey guys, Alliance War is coming, because that's what they called it. And I guess that would change things, but maybe it's still early, and you know, I'm not sounding the alarm yet, you know, until the end of the week, but I'm just not sure what I'm doing now. And if I'm in this boat, what are other people who have been here earlier than me or are going to be hitting there this week, and are they going to, like, what's keeping me logging in and still wanting to farm? What am I farming? I don't even know what I'm farming anymore. And I guess that's the big problem, because I don't really know what's left to do. And when you don't have enough content to justify building up more characters, I don't need to do any of this stuff, right? Like, I could, but I don't, realistically, I don't need to. And especially with the time reversal going away pretty soon, I don't want to waste resources that I don't really need to do. Like, I don't need to waste on them. So I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts are. I'm going to leave it there. Some thoughts for this week, and hopefully we'll hear more. Maybe, you know, just excluding, you know, the new banner that's coming, right? We know that Mr. Fantastic is coming on Thursday, but excluding that, like, what kind of actual content is on the horizon? So I'm curious about to hear that more. Hopefully we'll get something from them. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.